Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre recently announced that he has Parkinson's disease. In recent years, the long-term health consequences of contact sports, particularly football, have come under intense scrutiny. While much attention has focused on conditions like chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, emerging research suggests a potential link between repeated head trauma in football and an increased risk of Parkinson's disease. This video delves into the current understanding of this relationship, examining the evidence, potential mechanisms, and implications for athletes and the sport. Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder that affects movement, balance, and coordination. It is characterized by the loss of dopamine-producing brain cells in a specific area of the brain called the substantia nigra. The exact cause of Parkinson's is not fully understood, but it is believed to result from a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Football, known for its high-impact collisions and tackles, has long been associated with concussions and other traumatic brain injuries, TBIs. While the immediate effects of these injuries are well documented, researchers are increasingly concerned about their potential long-term consequences, including the development of neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's. Several studies have investigated the potential link between head trauma in football and Parkinson's disease. 1. The Veterans Study in 2018. A landmark study published in Neurology examined the health records of over 325,000 U.S. veterans. The research found that individuals who had experienced TBI had a 56% higher risk of developing Parkinson's disease compared to those without a history of TBI. While this study wasn't specific to football players, it provided strong evidence for the association between head trauma and Parkinson's risk. 2. NFL Players Study in 2016. A study published in the American Journal of Sports Medicine analyzed the prevalence of Parkinson's disease among retired NFL players. The research found that the overall prevalence of Parkinson's disease in this population was higher than expected based on U.S. population estimates. 3. Cumulative Head Impact Exposure Study. In 2020, research published in Movement Disorders examined the relationship between cumulative head impact exposure in football and later life risk of neurodegenerative disease. The study found that players with longer careers and those who played positions associated with higher levels of head impacts had an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases, including Parkinson's. While the exact mechanisms linking football-related head trauma to Parkinson's disease are not fully understood, several theories have been proposed. 1. Repeated head impacts may lead to chronic inflammation in the brain, which could contribute to the death of dopamine-producing neurons characteristic of Parkinson's disease. 2. Head trauma may accelerate the accumulation of abnormal proteins in the brain, such as alpha-synuclein, which is associated with Parkinson's disease. 3. Repeated impacts could compromise the blood-brain barrier, potentially allowing harmful substances to enter the brain and contribute to neurodegeneration. 4. TBIs may lead to impaired function of mitochondria, the cellular powerhouses, which could contribute to the death of brain cells. 5. Repeated impacts can cause damage to axons, the long fibers that connect nerve cells, potentially disrupting neural communication and contributing to neurodegeneration. While the evidence suggesting a link between football-related head trauma and Parkinson's disease is growing, establishing a direct causal relationship remains challenging. Several factors contribute to this complexity. 1. The effects of head trauma may take years or even decades to manifest as Parkinson's disease, making it difficult to establish a clear cause and effect relationship. 2. Parkinson's disease is believed to result from a combination of genetic and environmental factors, making it challenging to isolate the specific contribution of head trauma. 3. Not all football players who experience repeated head impacts develop Parkinson's disease, suggesting that individual genetic or physiological factors may play a role in susceptibility. 4. Many studies rely on retrospective analysis of health records or self-reported data, which can be subject to bias or inaccuracies. As research in this area continues to evolve, several key areas warrant further investigation. 1. Identifying reliable biomarkers for early detection of neurodegenerative changes could help in monitoring athletes and guiding intervention strategies. 2. Understanding the genetic factors that may influence susceptibility to Parkinson's disease following head trauma could lead to personalized risk assessments and prevention strategies. 3. Long-term studies following football players from youth leagues through retirement could provide valuable insights into the cumulative effects of head impacts over time. 4. Developing and testing interventions to mitigate the long-term neurological effects of repeated head impacts is crucial for protecting athlete health. The emerging evidence suggesting a link between football-related head trauma and an increased risk of Parkinson's disease underscores the importance of continued research and vigilance in protecting athlete health. While football remains a beloved sport, the potential long-term neurological consequences of repeated head impacts cannot be ignored. As our understanding of this relationship grows, it is crucial that all stakeholders in the sport, from players and coaches to governing bodies and medical professionals, work together to implement evidence-based strategies to minimize risks and ensure the long-term health and well-being of athletes at all levels of play. Do you have a medical question? Click on the link below, app.drmikehansen.com.